Chapter 13 Dead Weight. As the battle rages on for Lizzie and Hama elsewhere, Mattik and Kip are enduring hardships of their own. They are dripping sweat as they run in place, wearing weighted vests. Next, they stop and start doing squats, then walking lunges, and finally, some crunches. Following this, they hop right into a set of jump squats and some HIIT push-up workouts. "Okay, gents," Kunar says. "That will do." The boys collapse onto the ground. "Oh my God, I hate this!" Mattik exclaims. "It's much worse for my fat ass," Kip argues. "You're fat as my ass, Kip," Mattik argues. "When we were kids, you were fat, sure. But since then, you've been training like this regularly, and now you're already buff. I, however, am skinny and not used to this terrible form of training." "You did pretty good for a first session," Kunar says, applauding them. "Now you have 50 minutes to rest, grab a snack, clean up, and get back here. Afterwards, we'll meet back up for your first hand-to-hand combat training." Mattik and Kip pick themselves up off the floor and smile at each other. "Break time!" they shout simultaneously. Then they head out towards the showers. "Damn," Mattik says. "That was a brutal lifting session." "Yeah, no kidding," Kip exclaims. Then he looks at Mattik and brags, "Still, we did great considering the cooldown was weighted HIIT." Hearing this, Mattik perks up a bit. "You're right, Kip." Then he raises his eyebrows and has a gleam in his bright blue eyes. "Plus, if we keep this up, I'm gonna look badass." "That is assuming Kunar doesn't kill us first," Kip jests. "For real," Mattik agrees. After the shower, they head to the kitchen and grab a quick power-packed snack and head back to the training area. Kunar is standing there in a gi. "All right now, as you finish your food, listen to what I have to say," he commands. Then he points at Kip. "You have an aura that shows magic potential, but the low illumination suggests that it's very deep in its dormancy. This means you may not be able to activate it for quite a while, if ever." After this, he walks away and looks back at the young, blonde-headed swordsman. "As for you, Mattik, your aura shows that you have a very high capacity for mana manipulation. However, it is almost entirely a passive form of magic. It will basically allow you to obtain information through some manner of telepathy, as an empath. You will probably get notions of danger and emotional charges such as grief, anger, or animosity. You may also get premonitions that we could utilize in making decisions on rapidly changing events and conditions, as far as planning missions." Again he walks away and stops, then calmly turns and begins. "This means that neither of you are particularly good candidates for combative casting." "Shit!" Kip shouts. "So we're basically just dead weight?" "No," Kunar disputes. "However, your best and only form of preparation to assist in our missions is to improve your traditional combat capabilities." At this, he smiles and assures them, "While this will be physically and mentally demanding, the training you are receiving will be incredibly rewarding and give you access to technology which we've developed for just such candidates in our organization. By that I am referring to rigs and mounts, of course. However, we are also developing special weapons for non-casting agents." After this, the guys high-five and Kip exclaims, "Let's get this started!" Kunar motions for them to approach the mat with socks and shoes off. "Today, we'll start your combat training with basic hand-to-hand tactics," their instructor informs them. "With the knowledge, skills, and the tech we have for you, you will never be considered dead weight. That is, of course, so long as you apply yourselves and really give it your all. Having said that, it's time to get started," Kunar insists as he motions for them to stand on the mat. Once they are in position on the mat, Kunar directs them, "Have a seat here and listen carefully to the information we go over. Pay close attention to what we do and how the routines are performed. We will discuss the proper techniques and demonstrate the correct and incorrect ways to do each move. Once we have covered all the material for today, you will spend some time applying the knowledge yourselves by putting in a lot of practice. As he finishes saying that, 4 more people file in silently, approach the mat, bow, and enter. They stand in their assigned spots, motionless, waiting for directions. Kunar bellows, "First technique! Jab, cross, jab!" The 4 assistants move to their spots, 2 pairs facing each other, and swiftly perform the combo. "Jab, cross, jab!" Kunar commands again, and once more the pairs perform the combo. Then Kunar faces Mattik and Kip. "What can you tell me about their form?" The teacher sternly checks their expressions for signs of comprehension. "What is a jab and what is a cross?" he inquires. Then he looks away from them and asks, "Where are their hands when they are waiting to strike?" Suddenly, he whips around and looks them directly into their eyes and shouts, "Jab, cross, jab!" The 2 students look carefully at each move and make note of the answers to each question. "Jab, cross, jab!" he again barks loudly. Next, he calmly explains. The assistants throw a jab with their front hands, then followed by a cross punch with their trailing hand as the front hand returns to the side of the head. Finally, the front hand throws another jab as the trailing hand returns to the side of the head. "Jab, jab, jab, cross, jab," Kunar commands. "Now," he softly says as he faces the 2 students, "it's your turn."